Zoom recording. Okay, good. Okay, so one example for me is I built a project that would like take lyrics in a song and highlight the rhyme scheme. And so it had like one very clear feature that I could explain in like a few seconds, i.e. I just did that. But there's cool ways I could extend it. Like I could make it like scroll the lyrics, or I could improve the like rhyme scheme matching, or I could connect it to Spotify or blah, 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 blah. So that's a good personal project, really limited initially, but you can add features on top of it. Your project should be deployed, so there should be some way you can release the software. It shouldn't just live on your machine. So if it's a website, get it on the internet, have a domain. If it's an app, get it on the App Store. That's really hard, but get it on the App Store. Lots of other ways, like try to get it in the hands of real people. Um, it should use tech relevant to your desired line of work. So if your dream is to work at Tesla, like this is your like number one thing, for example, joining the EV design team, like electric vehicle design team at your school, that's a good idea because it's really relevant experience that you can simulate for yourself. If your dream is to be a full stack engineer, you should make a full stack app. That's kind of my point. It seems obvious, but some people forget that. So pick projects that are related to your dream line of work. Has users, that's definitely really hard, but like fun. One of the big benefits of having a community like this to develop in, you have tons of people that will try your stuff. I will be trying your stuff all the time. I've already like seen some of you sent your Twitters in on that forum, and so I took a little scroll and added you to a list for people in the community. And I saw you guys building some cool stuff already. So I think this won't be that hard to collect some users from this community. But do like tweet about your stuff and connect with folks, tell your friends, parents, family, whatever, get users. And then again, developed in public. So every day, you're tweeting about your progress, you're letting people know how it's going. You're being vulnerable because it's super valuable to do it. What does it mean to build in public again? Posting about your progress on social media shouldn't be polished, shouldn't be perfect, should just be all the trials, tribulations, whatever, kind of like a dev log. You're just logging as you go along. Here's how it's going. This is what I'm struggling with. And you're communicating with other people on their projects, giving them feedback, and so on. Keeping your app deployed too. So every time you make a change, just make sure the latest changes are visible. Folks can test them out. Always good. Again, sourcing feedback all the time. This is just good practice for when you're in the industry. And having good documentation too. So updating your README so others can come in, collaborate, know what your software is, etc. Here are some ideas if you're really stuck. The best first ever project, if you don't have one yet, is a personal website. Why? Because this would be like the homepage of all your other personal projects. For example, like I have my domain, michaeldemar.co, and then I deploy all my other sub projects on a subdomain. So like project.michaeldemar.co. And I also write a little like blog post about them. So, and it's like a fun little like sandbox. You can try out all your web development skills. If you break your personal website, who cares? It doesn't matter. It's like as like just people like checking out your blog or whatever. Like no stress. So I highly recommend starting with that if you have nothing else. You can also work on stuff to support this community. So like a Discord bot or like a tool script, contribute to the summer shipping website. These are all things that I'm super open to. Shoot me a message and I'm happy to work with you. And then the last one at the bottom, just find something to scratch your own itch. What problems do you have on a day-to-day basis? And I like observe yourself and think about what things you're always running into, what things are annoying, things you could automate, always a good thing. Developers love to spend like 20 hours automating something that takes only like 2 minutes. And maybe you don't end up saving time in the end, but the process of like automating something can be pretty satisfying. So consider doing that. Twitter, here's my Twitter rant because I saw some people on the forum be like, I don't want to make a Twitter. I'm like, I scroll on it too much, or like, I don't like Elon Musk. Be honest, and I'm going to say this harshly, I don't care. Get Twitter. It's unreasonably effective for networking and computer science. If you don't want like your private Twitter or whatever being a part of this, that's totally fine. Just make a new one that's like Michael the developer and just send me that handle and like make a separate account just for your like computer science dev stuff. That's super chill. But I will say it's been unreasonably good, like better than LinkedIn for sure, for meeting other people in tech, finding meetups, getting jobs. Like in my DMs year to date, or not year to date, but like all time, I have 3 DMs that are like, hey, like, what are you doing next summer? Take my job, please. And that's sick. And that all started because 2020, I decided to start posting every day, built up some following, kept doing it. And again, most of my tweets get like less than 5 likes, like it doesn't really matter. But all you need is the right person to be following you, and some crazy stuff can happen. And I think that's pretty good. Like the cost of uh, tweeting every day is very low, and the value of a job is so high. I don't know how you cannot do this. It's going to be one of the most helpful parts of this community. So do it. In terms of Twitter, one of the features they have, I don't really know if I can show it, but you'll see it, is Twitter lists. What this essentially means is that I'll add you to a list of folks that are affiliated with Summer of Shipping. And then you can just see people like in that community, which is great. This will include like makers and mentors. This would be a great way to like follow other folks because the list will be people who are like in Summer of Shipping. You can see people's like daily posts. That'll be great. Yeah, so it's not like downloading TikTok. It's not going to rot your brain. It's helpful. On the bottom there, those are our hashtags. Please use them. So hashtag Summer of Shipping and then hashtag SOS Day X. So tomorrow is day one. I will be tweeting. I expect you all to be tweeting. I want to see just a storm of tweets. That would be really cool. And then just continue on for the summer, plug along. If you miss a day, no big deal. But ideally, even if you don't get anything done, just tweet. Didn't really do much today, but feeling good, or went for a walk, or touched some grass, hopefully. And if you do something cool, take a screenshot, post it, take a video, post it, show us, because we want to like support you and really like share what you've done with the world. Go get Twitter. There's my rant over. I'll shut up about it now. Okay, miscellany. It's a few things I want to say before we close out. I'm going to repeat this phrase a lot with this community. The more you put into this summer, the more you get out of it. It's again, very what you make of it. I'm not paying you. There's no like strict requirements. You don't graduate. There's no degree from this. Sorry to burst that bubble. But if you put a lot of time into this, you can get a lot out of it. Like you can meet a lot of really smart folks. You can like build a really cool project. You can learn a lot from the sessions. So consider doing it. And again, real life does get in the way. Like some of you, who knows, might have like kids and you take care of your kids and things happen, or like personal issues of a wide variety. Don't worry if you miss a few days. That's not a big deal at all. Just as much as you can, try to tweet daily, code as much as you can, and engage as much as you can. And I'll be happy with whatever you're able to do. But again, the more time you're able to put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. That's my 2 cents. As much as you can, try to solve your own problems and help others solve their problems. So try to be active on Discord if people have like code bugs. It doesn't matter if you're a maker too, like you can still mentor, right? And that's a great benefit of being in a community like this. Make it your own. I mentioned this a few times, but you guys can spawn up things that you think are important. Like if you want to practice interviewing, find other people in the community to mock interview with. I'm more than happy to like make a Discord channel or to do that kind of stuff. Maybe you want to have like a reading group. So last time we did this, there was a group that went through a textbook called Designing Data Intensive Applications. Really useful book if you're like into distributed systems and like bigger scale stuff like that. That could happen again. There's lots of flexibility here. Most importantly, I want to just have fun. Let's make some dope shit. Sorry if you're young. I shouldn't swear. But let's make some cool software. It's should be fun this summer. Like I don't know. It's not a job. Let's not treat it like a job. So action items for you, join Discord, check your emails for a link. I will follow up with this workshop recording and the Discord link once I have some wonderful folks help me set that up. Share a project idea on Discord, and there'll be a channel for that, project ideas, and post it on Twitter. Tomorrow's day one, as you all know. And then over the next week, work on a hello world of your project. So if you're making a web app, make like a hello world thing, and be ready to demo that. If you're making a mobile app, try to get that first screen on the page. Or maybe just try to like learn a little bit, and you can demo like what blog posts you read or like what online course you're going through. All fair game. Okay, any questions? It's 5:52, so we're almost at time. Yeah, I see one from Irene.
Hi, I just wanted to ask about office hours. So how many hours do you plan on allocating for office hours, and like is it just going to be you? Because I definitely want to be respectful of your time.
Yeah, good question. Definitely won't just be me. I would guess I'll probably do like 3 to 5 hours a week, depending on how busy work is. And there's a whole crew of mentors. So what I'm going to work with them on like assigning them a subset of folks that are sort of in Summer of Shipping, and then you'll be able to book a time on their calendar through Calendly. And so again, they'll only be assigned like a subset of the community, so based on like interest and skill matching. So it shouldn't again be like more than 3 to 5 hours per week for any of them, maybe even less, depending on how busy they are.
Gotcha. Sorry,
But
one follow-up
Yeah.
on that. Are they just gonna be one-on-one, or do you plan to also do group office hours? Because if it's gonna be like separated into different cohorts, I think it would be a good idea to just like, be a part of like a smaller subset of the community.
Yeah, group sessions would be sick and also way more effective. So if I'm doing stuff that's like related to like web development, maybe I will post on the Discord and encourage other mentors to do the same. Of like, hey, we're gonna hop on a bunch of folks and just like do some web app debugging. Yeah, and that's usually how I do my office hours as a TA anyway. I just have like a lineup of folks. So that's a good suggestion. Keep that in mind.
Thanks.
No worries. Any other questions from folks? Scroll the chat too. No Discord link. It is coming over email with the recording link. This is recording. No introductions. Next session there'll be more like of a social aspect too. But hopefully like tomorrow I'll post the project page and you'll have freedom on the Discord to like reach out to folks being like, hey, our backgrounds are similar. I like this project you're doing. Let's do it together. Oh, sweet. I see people doing that in the chat already. Hell yeah. Yeah, you'll get notified on Twitter if you're added to the list. If you don't get added, I might have missed you. Just shoot me a DM. No big deal. I can post some more project ideas. I have this like Notion page of like project ideas I think of like in the shower, and I'll probably never get to them all. So I can definitely do that. Tweet templates, easy. I can do that. Cool. Uh, I'm not ready to show your work by Austin Kleon, but that's probably cool. That sounds related to the building in public. Uh, okay, Twitter versus LinkedIn. LinkedIn's way too serious. It's just like not good for this kind of thing. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't like you could post daily on LinkedIn and it's fine. And people probably do, but I wouldn't recommend it. LinkedIn's like too professional, honestly. Like I don't think it would look as good on there. I wouldn't want that on my LinkedIn profile. So I honestly really would recommend Twitter. It's like still like honestly somewhat formal. There's a lot of like tech people on there. But it's like more chill. You can share like daily updates and it's a better suited to that platform. So my 2 cents. The main communication platform is Discord, not Twitter. Twitter is for sharing your daily updates, like your log, and I will be bothering people on there. But all the like summer of shipping logistics and administration and everything else will be on Discord. You will have the link. Do not panic. LinkedIn for milestone, yeah, for like big demos. So for example, pretend it's August. That'll be crazy. And you finish shipping some huge project, then you make like a LinkedIn post being like, hey, this summer my internship offer got rescinded. Instead of like crying, I made this really cool project in this dope community, and here it is. Here's a video. That's a perfect like LinkedIn post. That'd be like a really cool story. Um, but a lot of time between now and then. Any other lingering questions? Feel free to unmute. Cool. Okay, so yeah, basically like, see ya. My action items, as you guys know, I'll be sending you this recording and the Discord link and following up on project stuff. I expect to see lots of tweets, but otherwise, you're free to go. Have a lovely rest of your Thursday. Reminder, next week we'll be meeting on Friday. I'll send out reminders about that too. Um, hmm. If you can't DM me on Twitter, that's strange. Make sure to follow me. I try to follow people back.
Thanks, Michael.
Of course. Have a good one.
Thanks, Michael. Thank you, Michael.
Much.
Nice.
Thanks, Michael.
Of course. See you.